Out of the gates and ready to go. Welcome in to the Chiefs Reports live coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft. I am your fearless leader, Tyler Jones, here with you. So glad to have you with us as we await to see what the Kansas City Chiefs will do with the 31st overall pick in the first round. We will find out with you all and react to the selection coming up in just a little while from right now. As you guys file in, shout out your city. Let us know where you're at. The draft, of course, going on from Green Bay, Wisconsin, the home of the Green Bay Packers. We are live from the Chat Sports Studios here in downtown Dallas, Texas on this Thursday night. Our first of two nights of live draft coverage. We'll be with you again tomorrow night as well. Let us know where you guys are watching from. I got Tony in El Paso, got Cole in Wichita, got Dixon in KC Mo, got Paul in Tonganoxie, Jeff in Des Moines, got Gilbert in California. I got Trey in Cape Coral, Florida. I got Jeff in Des Moines. Dominic saying we need Luther Burden. I got Michael in Kansas City checking in from the Northland. I got Trey in Cape Coral, Florida. Got people from all over the place joining us for our live coverage of the draft here tonight. We also got Dominic in Holiday Island, Arkansas. I got Wilso in Seattle. Got Daryl in Australia as well. Appreciate y'all being here for our live coverage of the draft tonight. So, with the Chiefs holding the 31st overall pick, we want to ask you, will the Chiefs trade that pick? Y for yes, in for no. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Will the Chiefs trade the 31st overall pick, or will they make a selection there in the first round? Y for yes, in for no. Will they stay at 31, or will they trade? Wow! The Packers actually drafted a receiver in the first round. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? They just went Matthew Golden at 24 overall, the Texas wide receiver. Will the Chiefs trade at 31? Tony says yes. Elliott says no. Wilson says no. Dixon says no. Tony says yes. Elliott says no. Dixon, I don't know what that means. Elliott says no. Paul says yes. Nathan says yes. Elliott says no. What do you guys think? Will the Chiefs trade the 31st overall pick? Get your predictions in the comments section and let us know if you think they're going to trade the pick or not. Donovan Jackson to the Vikings with the 24th overall selection. And, oh boy, the Giants have traded up and they've made a move. Jackson Dart, wow! Jackson Dart, the second quarterback off the board. He goes to the New York Football Giants as they have traded back into the first round with a second first-round pick with the Texans to go with Jackson Dart. Not Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders still available. Jackson Dart at 25 going to the New York Football Giants. That news coming in just a few moments ago. Gingerbread Man, I see your super chat. We'll get to you here in just a moment. You did win that jersey, by the way. We were just moving so fast. Just email me, gingerbreadman Tyler at chatsports.com. We'll get you taken care of, I promise. Sorry, we're moving so quick. My apologies on not clarifying that earlier, but you did win, Gingerbread Man. I got you. All right, let's get an ad read in here. Let's tell you about our sponsor, Game Time. Game Time is making this all possible tonight. Game Time is the place to go for the best seats, the lowest prices guaranteed. Whether you're looking for tickets to sporting events, concerts, theater productions, comedy shows, and more, Game Time's got you covered. Recently, I got to go to an Oklahoma City Thunder game with the family, courtesy of Game Time, and we save big on our tickets, and it's great for if you decide to go on short notice. Maybe it's to Oklahoma City to see the Thunder. Maybe it's to go see the Royals or the Current or Sporting KC, whatever it may be. You choose the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed. You choose your seat, see if you like that seat or not, and then you're checking out on Game Time with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. With Game Time, They have the low price tickets enabled feature, which allows you to invest more in buying food, drinks, merchandise, and more easily get a larger group to come with you. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Chiefs Report, where they offer last-minute deals where you can save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater productions, and more. Game Time Picks makes last-minute ticket buying easier than ever by quickly highlighting the best deals in the stadium. They have their zone deals where you can save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. They have their all-in pricing. Toggling this feature shows the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. They have their seat views and you can get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price is guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code ChatSports, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPRTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, the lowest price is guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Game Time, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. We continue, and I want to know, folks, who do you want the Kansas City Chiefs to draft? With that 31st overall pick, who is a player that you want to see end up in Kansas City? Spam that name in the chat. Elliot says, where did you buy that nice shirt, Daddy? Pause. Whoa. I got this at Dillard's. Dillard's is where I got this shirt. And I'm feeling good. I feel great. Who is a player you want the Chiefs to draft? Weigh in the chat right now and let us know. I'm feeling Josh Simmons. I'm feeling Josh Simmons needs to be the pick for Kansas City. Dominic says Luther Burden. Cole says Burden or Connerly. Elliott says Rajah Harris. Not a first-round pick. Not at 31. Come on now. James says, let's go Gray Zabel. He's in Seattle now. Tony says, I'll give Simmons a chance. Who is a player? Who is a player that you want to see the Kansas City Chiefs draft? Peter says, I could see Simmons. Jeremy says Josh Simmons. Those are some of the names there that people are coming up with. Rajah Harris, no. You're not using a first-round pick on Rajah Harris. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now, Elliott. Nice try. Nice try. All right. I got about 100 people that are here, but we need more people here. We need to let folks know that we're live, that we're bringing you this coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft. So if you're excited about the draft, excited about the Chiefs pick, go ahead and start spamming C in the chat right now. And let's get this party started. Spam C in the chat. I'm going to shout out all the C's that come in over this next minute, and we'll get this thing started as we're live here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I want to see as many C's as we can. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start spamming C. I got Orlando, Dominic, Tony, Cole, Michael, Elliott, Dominic, Tony, Michael, Jeremy, Peter, Tony, Paul, not that guy, pal, Paul, Orlando, Peter, Tony, Wilso, Peter, Paul, Tony, Dominic, Jeremy, Jeff, Peter, Jeff, Tony, Michael, Jeff, Peter. Let's get some new names. Keep going. Faster. Peter, Dominic, Paul. 30 seconds got by. Keep it going. Hector, Dominic, Michael, Paul, Peter, Dominic, Jeremy, Peter, Michael, Dominic, Paul, Orlando, Tony. 10 seconds to go. Finish strong. David, Orlando, Peter, Paul, Jeremy, Gaming, Paul, Dominic, Tony. There we go. Nice work, everybody. Thanks for getting those C's in the chat. I see Austin checking in late as well. We're at 41 likes right now. When we get to 60, I am taking a shot. I got a whole thing of Tito's right here ready to go. But I need you guys to like the video. Hit that like button if you want the Chiefs to have a great draft. If you believe Brett Veach is going to knock it out of the park with his pick. If you're glad to be hanging out here with us on the Kansas City Chiefs Report, hit that like button. Type me in the chat when you like the video as well. I can always count on Tony Fuentes to come through and like the video. He's done his part. Who else? I need 11 more. Like it up. Tony's already done it. Who's next? We're at 52. Let's get to 60. Cole liked it. 8 away. Paul liked it. Keep it going. 5 more. 5 more. Like it up. Like it up. Paul liked it. 5 more. Thank you, Paul. Who else has liked the video? Type me in the chat. Type me in the chat when you like the video. I need 1 more to get to 60. 1 more. Who else? Who else? Tony's got the right idea. He said, let's like it. Let's not waste any time. Al, Derek, Gaming, Gingerbread Man, Jeff, Michael, Orlando, Joseph, Richard, Dominic, Rebecca, all liking the video. We love to see it. Keep it going. Run up the score. Run up the score. Wilso, Jeremy. We already hit the number, but I want to keep going. Don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. David, Michael, Joseph. Let's go. Let's go. We're fired up. We're fired up. Can we catch people up on the picks? Let's do that. Let's do that next, and then we'll get to the Super Chat menu to follow after that. All right. So here's what we're going to do, folks, because we know we joined you late tonight. We're going to catch up on all the picks that have happened. Then we're going to get to the Super Chat menu, and we'll answer whatever Super Chats you got. So stay tuned for that. Here is what has happened tonight. Cam Ward went to Tennessee at number 1 overall. Travis Hunter to the Jags as they traded up with Cleveland. Abdul Carter went to the Giants at 3. Will Campbell to the Patriots at 4. Mason Graham to the Browns at 5. Ashton Genty to the Raiders at 6. Armand Mimbo to the Jets at 7. McMillan to the Panthers at 8. Kelvin Banks, who was on the draft board for the Chiefs, he was long gone as he went to the Saints at 9 with that pick. Then at 10, you had the Chicago Bears going Colston Loveland. 11, Mikael Williams. 12, Tyler Booker. 13, the Dolphins go Kenneth Grant. 14, the Colts go Tyler Warren. 15, the Falcons went Jalen Walker. 16, Walter Nolan went to Arizona. 17, Shamar Stewart to Cincinnati. 18, Gray Zabel to Seattle. 19, the Bucs go with Emeka Egbuka. 20, Jahdae Barron goes to the Denver Broncos. 21, Derek Harmon to the Pittsburgh Steelers. 22, Amarian Hampton to the LA Chargers. 23, Matthew Golden to the Packers. 24, Donovan Jackson to the Vikings. Jackson Dart at 25 to the Giants. James Pierce Jr. at 26 to the Atlanta Falcons. And now the Baltimore Ravens are on the clock at 27 overall. And that is the picks that have happened so far. Here's what's coming up. You got the Ravens at 27, the Lions at 28, the Commanders at 29, the Bills at 30, the Chiefs at 31, and the Philadelphia Eagles at 32. So we're getting very, very close to the Kansas City Chiefs pick coming up very soon. Let's go to the Super Chat menu. We'll catch up on Super Chats, and then we'll go from there as we continue here with our live coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft. First-time Super Chatters, you get the KC chant. $5 Super Chat, we get a beer cheers. $10 Super Chat, we'll take some shots. $20, we'll spin the wheel of punishment. $50, we'll do a beer bong. $sign next to the chat box if you want to contribute. Last year, folks, our draft show with a guy that's not employed here anymore did about $40 in Super Chats. I know you guys love me. I know you're glad I'm employed, hosting this show as your fearless leader. I want you to get involved. I want to have a great time tonight. I want to party with the kingdom. Send in a Super Chat, $sign next to the chat box, and let's have a hell of a night tonight, folks. Let's get down. Let's get turned a bit. Send in a Super Chat. Let's party. Let's have a good time tonight. $sign next to the chat box if you'd like to make that happen here on tonight's show. Let's catch up on those Super Chats. As we've already had a couple fly in here. And tell you everything that's gone on. Pick just now official, Jackson Dart to the Giants. viewer activity is not loading for me, so I don't know. But let's see here. Well, the first one came from Gingerbread Man, and then Trey King. There we go. Gingerbread Man with the first super chat of the night. He came over from our Seahawks stream. He said, not trying to track you down, but was that jersey real? Yes. Gingerbread Man, email me. I put a message in the chat earlier. Tyler@chatsports.com. I'll get you taken care of. Tyler@chatsports.com. Gingerbread Man, I got you. You're my guy. Cheers to you, to Gingerbread Man. Let's go. Let's go, Chiefs. Cheers. Thank you, Gingerbread Man. And then another super chat rolling in. Trey King with a $2 super chat. Not track you down, but I didn't get a jersey. Trey King, email me. Tyler@chatsports.com. Remind me what I owe you. I thought I took care of you. I sent some stuff out a couple weeks ago, but email me, remind me, and we'll take care of you. Tyler@chatsports.com. And we'll have you covered. Thank you, Trey King. There we go. So we're caught up on Super Chats there as the Ravens are on the clock with the 27th pick. The 26th pick coming in a few moments ago. James Pierce, do we have that? Okay. There it is. James Pierce, the edge rusher from Tennessee to the Atlanta Falcons. And now we have the 27th pick. Malachi Starks is headed to the Baltimore Ravens, the safety out of Georgia. So now Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks together. That sounds like a John Harbaugh pick. That adds up. That makes a lot of sense with that pick. Thank you. Appreciate y'all for being here with us as we get this thing going. Appreciate you being here. Let's get a sub read in here, folks. We're gaining a lot of subs left and right. We passed up 70,000 subscribers on the channel recently. Now we're trying to get to 71. If you love the Kansas City Chiefs, if you want daily Chiefs news and rumors, want to be a part of our live shows every Tuesday, our draft coverage all weekend long. We'll be live again tomorrow night. You got to be subscribed to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Sub it up. We'll have watch parties throughout the season as well. This is your one-stop shop for all things Kansas City Chiefs. Subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV to subscribe now. She brought you a Celsius? Oh, I was about to say, where's my Celsius? Sub it up. Sub it up. What do I get, Avery? Anything for me? Wow. I see how I am. Yeah, all that Tito's, yes. So strong, yes. Sum it up. Sum it up, folks. Type me in the chat if you're subscribed to the channel and let us know. Let's go with best available next. As we await Seattle. Kansas City. Almost said something else. Came very close. As we await Kansas City. Kansas City's pick coming up at 31. Let's go to best available. Who could the Kansas City Chiefs pick? Will Johnson, I am shocked, is still on the board. Mike Green, I am also shocked, is still on the board. That guy's the next Khalil Mack, and he's still available. Luther Burden, I'm not so shocked about. Jahad Campbell, still an option as well. Who else we got here? Let's go to Tom Downey. Nick Emonwari, I'm surprised he's still available too. Donovan E., Josh Simmons, who the Chiefs seem to really like. He could be the pick. Trayvon Henderson. For all that is holy, please do not draft a running back in the first round. There's plenty of good running backs. Don't need to use a first-round pick. We don't need another Clyde Edwards-Helaire incident. Please. Maxwell Harrison, the corner from Kentucky, still out there. Carson Schwishinger, the linebacker from UCLA. Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame. Josh Connerly could be an offensive line option for the Chiefs at 12. Javon Revel is there. Shador Sanders still hanging around. He won't be a Chief, but he's still there. Trey Amos, corner from Mississippi. And then Williams, the defensive tackle from Ohio State, still available as well at 16. So that is where things stand at the moment with who's available at this point. Folks, can we get to 100 likes right now? I'm going to be chugging this Happy Dad when we get to 100 likes. If you're glad to be hanging out here with us on the Kansas City Chiefs Report, bringing you live coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft, I need you to like the video. Like it up. Like it up, my friends. Let's get to 100 likes. If you want the Chiefs to have a great draft, to make a great pick here, just hit that like button. Just give it a little tickle. And let's get to 100 likes right now. We're at 84. We're at 84. Let's get to 100, and I'll be chugging some Happy Dad when we get there. But we need your help, my friends. Like it up. Like it up. We're at 90 now. 10 more. 10 more, and that'll put us at 100. 10 more, folks. Who's going to put us over the top? Get us to 100 likes. 7 likes away. JJ liked it. Tony liked it. Jeremy, Paul, JJ. Keep it going. Keep it going. 7 likes away from 100. We're getting close to the Chiefs' pick. Paul liked it as well. JJ liked it. 4 away. 4 away. 4 away from 100 likes. 3 away. Kristen liked it. Thank you, Kristen. JJ, Kaba, Jay, Loren, David, Tamaxis, Icon, 3 more. 3 more. Orlando, Richard, Derek, 1 more. 1 more. 1 more and we'll be at 100. Let's go. Who is going to put us there? There we go, 100 likes. I'll take a nice chug. Cheers. Go Chiefs. There we go. There we go, my friends. 100 likes. Salute to y'all. We want to show them some of the numbers of how we've done in the past with this. Let's go over likes. Let's go over super chats. What do we need to beat tonight? Pause. That was a massive pause. Oh. You know, Tex, I'll tell you this, Tex, you know, I got a joke for you. You want to laugh for a moment? You know, I like to argue from time to time. Some people might they might call me a master debater. You ever heard that one before? Oh man! So we're trying to beat last year's numbers. We're at 105 likes right now. If you like that joke, you gotta like the video. That was a pretty good one. We're at 105 right now. Last year, we did 198. I know we can do better than that. Like the video to beat last year's number. Let's keep this going. If you're glad to be hanging out with me, your fearless leader, Big Tex here, talking Chiefs football. It's the draft. It's a hell of a night. I like the video. We got to do better than last year. We got to do better than last year. And think, too, last year was, you know, not last minute like this. Like we had some other obligations here, and yet we still can break records from last year. Hit that like button, folks, and let's set a record tonight. Let's get at least 200 likes. I don't think I'm asking too much. Let's like the video, my friends. And then, right now, so we got to beat last year's Super Chat number. We did a grand total of $62.67 last year. I begging, please. You will not be disappointed, my friends, if you super chat the show and we beat this number. In fact, I got an offer. I'm going to make right now. If we beat last year's number of $62.67, I will do a beer bong if we beat that number. Not only could we do a beer bong for $50, if we beat that number of 67.67, we can do another beer bong as well. So, $sign next to the chat box. Who is going to step up to the plate? Who is going to send us a super chat? Let's have a party tonight. Let's go balls to the walls. Let's have a great time. Tyreek Williams. That's a bit of a surprise. The Lions take him at 28. And that puts the Commanders on the clock at 29. Yeah. So Tyreek Williams, the pick by the Lions. So the Commanders on the clock, then the Bills, then the Kansas City Chiefs pick at 31. In just a little while from right now. Oh, man. Tony says, Tex, my guy, sup? Have we heard you in the flesh? I know you've been working on some stuff. I don't think we've heard from you tonight. Yeah. Let's hear from Big Tex when he gets a moment. The Malachi Starks pick by the Ravens is official now. Coming in just a little while ago. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not going to affect us. Okay, we're good. Ooh. Yeah, it got me very nervous. Commanders on the clock. Tony gives you another update. He says, my workouts are going good.
You know what, Tony? That's great to hear, man. Nothing brings me more joy than knowing that you're being consistent with your workout schedule and your regime. Okay? I'm very happy for you, man. And I implore you to know that, I'll say this. I'll leave you with this. This is serious. There's a difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation is not always there. Tony Fuentes seems to have discipline. Because I know you don't always want to work out. Don't lie to me, Tony. I know you don't. There's some days where you're like, oh, I don't want to do legs. You did it. You have discipline. Good shit, Tony. Proud of you, bro.
Tex, your thoughts on the night that we've seen transpire so far, just across the league, some of these picks, and maybe where this positions the Chiefs. Give me your analysis tonight, Tex.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's been a few surprises. I didn't think that Jacksonville would trade up as high as they did to get Travis Hunter. And I think that the Browns, surprisingly, I'm not very high on Andrew Berry as a general manager for the Cleveland Browns, but man, he fleeced the heck out of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they got Travis Hunter, so I guess they really wanted to pair him with Trevor Lawrence and that new regime they're trying to build there in Jacksonville. But overall, I thought there were some weird trades, but everything seemed chalk outside of that in terms of the draft order. As a Texas fan, I have to be excited for myself. Slight plug. 3 picks in the first round so far. Very exciting stuff. I am curious to see in a bit the best available for the Chiefs coming up because I know we're about to pick. Definitely wondering what is racking Brett Veach's mind right now. Like kind of thinking about like, what do we want to do here? What's the best available? Like what's the best position or need that we need to address? We'll see.
We shall see in due time, as they say. The Commanders on the clock. They'll be picking here in just a moment. Williams to the Lions, the last pick that just came in. We need to spam the chat again. We need to let people know that we're live right now, that we're waiting on this Chiefs pick that will be here any moment. Let's spam C right now. And I gave the shout-outs last time. Maybe you want to shout out from Big Tex. I know that Tony loves him some Big Tex. Tony was saying, to your point, it's true, Tex. There's times I feel lazy. Don't we all?
Every person. It's not unique.
It's not unique. Everybody feels lazy at times.
Oh, yeah.
If you would like a shout-out from Big Tex, and if you're excited about the draft in this Chiefs selection that's coming up in a few moments, spam C in the chat. I want to see as many C's as we can over this next minute. Tex is going to shout them out, and let's get this thing going. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spam C.
Let's get it. I see Tony, Paul, Tony. We got more people than that. Come on. Paul and Tony are holding down the squad right here. But let's get some others. There we go. I see Dixon and Oliver. Says, let's go Chiefs. Donkey. Ice. Tumultuous. Wow, that's hard to say. Dixon, Tony, Paul, Ice, Tony, Dixon, Ice, Jeremy, Icy, Paul, Tom, Tumnoxious, Tony, Ice, Paul, Dixon, Tony, Paul, Lauren. Loren, sorry. Jeff, Dixon.
Keep going. 30
Tony.
seconds gone by. Faster.
Garcia, Loren, Jeremy, SLGL. Wow, you guys are making my life hard with these names. Jeff, Jeremy, Jeff, Tony, Jeff, SLGL, Loren, Jeff, Dixon, SJL, Loren, Tom, Ice, Tony, Paul.
10 seconds. Finish.
Clicking. David, finish strong. Ice, Loren, Ice, Dixon, Tony, Al, Ice, clicking. Garcia, Tom, Loren, Paul, Garcia, Dixon, David, and Tom. Good stuff.
There we go. All right. We have the pick at 29. The Commanders going with Josh Connerly Jr., the offensive tackle from the University of Oregon. So that has implications on the Chiefs pick, by the way. Connerly was on the board for the Chiefs, but I don't think he was their first choice. I think they liked Simmons more than they did Connerly, but that's at least one less option. So here's something to think about here, folks. So we haven't seen this run on corners. With the Chiefs pick, and we'll go over best available again in a moment, they could get a very good corner that they weren't expecting to be on the board. They could go with a Josh Simmons, who we thought. Who do you want the Chiefs to draft? Who is the name that you want to see the Chiefs draft? Let us know right now. Who is the player that you would like to see the Chiefs draft? The Bills on the clock at 30 here. Let's go over the best available while you guys tell us who you want the Chiefs to pick. Will Johnson. That's the shock of the night. 8th overall player, according to Tom Downing. He's still available. Mike Green. I think he's the next Khalil Mack. If you got either one of those guys, I'd be thrilled. Luther Burden. He's all right. Jihad Campbell. Oh, yeah. It's been a long night, folks. Jihad. I knew that, but I've heard it so much that that he should be Jihad. You want a Jihad on your defense. Jihad. Jihad. We'll call him Jihad. Nicky Monrory, Donovan E., Josh Simmons, Travion Henderson, Maxwell Harrison, Carson Schwessinger, Xavier Watts, Siobhan Revel, Shador Sanders, Trey Amos, Caleb Johnson, Mason Taylor. So here's what I'm thinking, folks. Can we go back to the start of the best available just so I can get my thoughts in here? So here's my thought process. Hear me out on this, Chiefs Kingdom. Hear me out on this. Okay? Here's what I'm thinking. Bear with me. Listen closely. The board has played out much better than I think any of us thought it would for Kansas City's pick at 31. And we'll see what the Bills do here in just a second. Johnson or Green would be great. And then if you don't like those, then I think Josh Simmons. I think it's one of those three is the pick here. We'll see what the Bills do. But I think Johnson, Green, or Simmons is who I think I could narrow it down to. I don't think it's Luther Burden. I kind of hope it's not Luther Burden, to be honest. But I think that's where we're at right now. Bills at 30 on the clock. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, while we're waiting here, we're going to do a pouch trade. Yeah, here we go. I'm going with the zone 6. The 15s were kind of kicking my ass, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I was feeling it. I was feeling it. If Jihad Campbell comes to the Chiefs, we're calling him Jihad. We're going to go all Al Qaeda on opposing offenses. If we get Jihad Campbell, he's Jihad. He's going to be explosive, and we're going all Al Qaeda on everybody. I mean, Al Qaeda was more successful than ISIS. So we reached that point in the evening. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Some people in the chat are saying Will Johnson's going to the Bills. I'm not surprised, but man, so close. It would be hilarious if we did trade with the Bills again and pulled off another one like we did with Patrick Mahomes and Xavier Worthy. We've been their daddies in the draft and in the playoffs.
Well, if you were going to trade with them, would you want Will Johnson or would
Sure.
you want someone else? Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I'd take Will Johnson. I wasn't expecting to be around at 30.
He's probably best available.
And another chance to fleece the Bills again? It'd be hilarious. The
Probably
Bills might never trade with the Chiefs ever again based on what's happened.
Or they might because they were dumb enough to do it once.
It's the same GM Bean the whole time.
I was going to say, they haven't changed their GM. I would be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Johnson here. Let's get some more likes.
Yep.
We'll do likes, and then we'll spam the chat when the Chiefs get on the clock. We're at 117 likes right now. If you want the Chiefs to make a great pick, if you believe in Brett Veach, I'm your fearless leader, but he's a Saint. Not a New Orleans Saint, though, because he's actually competent. Like the video. We're at 120 likes now. When we get to 150, I'm taking a shot. Like it up. Like it up. If you're excited. Where's Chiefs Kingdom at? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 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 Power Rangers. Yes, Gingerbread Man. I got your email. I got the documents. They've admitted this, that the Chiefs are better than the Bills. That's how that goes, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's the documents they admitted. Like the video. Let's get to 150. I'm taking a shot when we get to 150. Gingerbread Man, I got your email. You are good to go. You are good to go, my friend. 125. I need 25 more likes. Get us to 150. I'm taking a shot. Like it up. Like it up. It's almost time. It's almost time. What are the Bills going to do? Oh, we have a trade involving the Kansas City Chiefs. With Philly. Are they trading down just one spot? I'm waiting on details here. Hold on, everybody. We have traded the pick. Well, if we're trading down one spot, that must mean that we still think we're going to get what we're going to get and get some capital. Without knowing too many details, on the surface level, it sounds pretty good, actually. I need more details first, but on the surface level, it sounds pretty good, actually. I hope for the sake of this show, we didn't trade out of the first round. Like it up. We're at 131. I'm taking a shot when we get to 150. Like it up. Like it up. Did they really pass on Will Johnson? What does everybody know about Will Johnson that we don't? Oh, I was very high on Will Johnson. What am I missing about Will Johnson here? Maxwell Harrison before Will Johnson? And Maxwell Harrison, wow, that's a head scratcher. We're waiting on trade details, but the Eagles are on the clock. The Chiefs have traded down. So the Chiefs are going to 32. So they're moving down one spot, and they get the 164th pick in exchange. There's the trade alert. So we move down one spot, and we pick up an extra pick at 164. As long as the Eagles don't get Will Johnson here, this should be fine. Maybe they were going with Simmons all along, potentially. 32 was the spot we should have been picking to begin with anyway. Oh, it's going to work out fine. The Eagles are going with Jihad Campbell, who the Chiefs weren't going to select anyway. Oh, this worked out great. This worked out great. Brett Veach does it again. Brett Veach. Brett Veach. 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 Brett Veach does it again, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Veach does it. They weren't going to take Campbell anyway. Okay. Folks, I know the offensive line is a big need, but hear me out. Hear me out. Will Johnson was expected to be a top 10 pick. He is going to be a star corner in this league. Go get Will Johnson, Veach. Get Will Johnson. If you get Simmons, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'll be fine. But Veach, please. He's there. He's there. Heck, even Mike Green. They'd be great too. Let's see. Luther Burden's available. Nick. Wow. Man, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen now. This is wild. This is wild how this is unfolding. Let's go through the other best availables here. We got Simmons is out there. Don't go Henderson, please. Please no. Who else? Xavier Watts, Siobhan Revel. Shador Sanders is not going to be a first-round pick. That's hilarious. Trey Amos. Caleb Johnson. Don't draft Caleb Johnson right now. Do not. Mason Taylor. Ursery. Benjamin Morrison. Okay. All right. John Peterson is in the chat. Is that Joey's dad? Do we have I know his name's John Peterson. He's in chat sports chats all the time. Is that Joey's dad checking in? Is Joey's dad a Chiefs fan? I thought he was a Cowboys fan. Name a player you want the Chiefs to draft. After this, we'll do type me. All right. Who is going to be the pick at 32? Who is the pick going to be? Dun, 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 dun. Icon says, what's up, Tyler? What up, Icon? Who is the pick going to be at 32? All right. Here's what I need you to do while we wait on the Chiefs pick. I need everybody. Spam me in the chat. If you're excited to see who the Chiefs draft at 32, spam me right now. I'll shout them out. I want to see as many me's as we can. If you're excited about this pick, let's break the chat record right now. Spam me. Let's get this thing going. Chiefs pick coming up in just a few moments at 32. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spam me. Chiefs pick coming up. Lucid, Rebecca, Icon, Richard, Jeremy, Tony, Scott, Jose Lopez, Lucid, Al, Lisa, Tony, Matthew, Dixon, Jose, Absolute, Al, Lucid, Clicking, Scott, Jeremy, Lucid, Dennis, Lisa, Absolute, Lucid, Tony, Clicking. 30 seconds gone by. Keep going. Pick is coming up in a few moments. Any moment now. Any moment. Keep spamming me. No switch. Arion. Jeff. Ice Pop. Dennis. Matthew. Jeremy. Lucid. Dixon. Tony. Jeremy. Randy. Scott. Al. Jeremy. Paul. Loren. Clicking Cliff. Matthew. Paul. Lucid. 10 seconds. Pick is coming. Pick is coming. Spam me. Spam me. It's time. Jose. Kristen. Matthew. Clicking. Lucid. Jose. Randy. Tony. Lucid. Randy. Tony. All right. Here we go, folks. Who will the Chiefs pick? Who will it be? I know that they need offensive line help. But Will Johnson sitting there, we didn't expect. If I'm KC, I had to take Will Johnson. We didn't expect him to be there. But I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad. If they stay true to the course and go Josh Simmons or go offensive line here. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Yep. Okay. All right. Who's the pick going to be? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Da 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 da. Who is the pick going to be? Spam me if you're ready. Yeah. Who is the pick going to be? It's hard to say no if Will Johnson. This is one of the biggest surprises of the night that Will Johnson, a top 10 player in this draft, is still available. I would go Will Johnson here. Let's see. We're waiting any minute now. Any minute on this pick. Jordan Schultz is saying expect offensive line help for Mahomes. That sounds like Josh Simmons to me. That sounds like Simmons to me. Chiefs just tweeted, we're finally on the clock. Yeah. Going back to their rightful place of 32 overall. Every year, Tex, the Chiefs should be picking at 32 overall. It is hilarious kind of that they did end up still picking at 32 after all this. I did have a mock draft a couple weeks ago where they traded down with the Eagles 232, by the way. Just saying. I know ball. If you want the Chiefs to make a great pick, like the video. Like it up. Like it up. Who's the pick going to be? If you want the Chiefs to make a great pick and have a great draft, like it up. I'm taking a shot when we get to 150. We're 3 away from 150. Like it up. Like it up. I think it's going to be Simmons. Let's see. We'll see. I'm hitting refresh. I'm hitting refresh. There it is. The pick is in. With the 32nd pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Ohio State offensive lineman Josh Simmons. Man, there were some good players there. Will Johnson, Mike Green, but Brett Veach sticks to his guns and goes with the player that we've talked about for months, Josh Simmons. Grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the pick, Josh Simmons to Kansas City. Cheers. Josh Simmons, the pick at 32 overall. Simmons to Kansas City. Grade the pick. A, B, C, D, or F. Wreck Havoc goes F. Tony goes B. Bagger goes A. Jay says A+. Richard says A. F- from Wreck Havoc. Days, he's going C. Michael goes A. Tony goes B. Kevin going A. Matthew going B. Kristen says A. Paul says A+. Scott says A. John says, if healthy, A+. Michael says A. Neil says A. Ted says A. Paul says A+. Dixon says C. Jose Lopez says A. There we go. Josh Simmons, the selection. Now, folks, you're going to get to see in real time. I'm going to do a YouTube short and react to this. And then we will do our instant reaction to the selection that was made. Josh Simmons to Kansas City. Let's talk about it right now. And you guys get to see me record this in real time. React to it. It's going on our Shorts channel in just a few moments. So stay tuned for that. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. The Kansas City Chiefs traded down with the Philadelphia Eagles to their rightful spot of 32nd overall to select Ohio State offensive lineman Josh Simmons. Now, if Simmons didn't have the injury history that he did, in all likelihood, we would be talking about Simmons as the best offensive lineman in this draft. Despite the time he missed last year, he still was a third-team All-Big Ten selection. And I know it was tempting for Brett Veach with some of the players we didn't expect to still be on the board when the Kansas City Chiefs picked with the likes of Will Johnson and Mike Green. But Veach sticks to the game plan, sticks to his guns, and gets protection for Patrick Mahomes. They're redoing the offensive line with him and more added to the equation. I think it's a solid pick for the Kansas City Chiefs. What do you guys think? Weigh in, let us know. Okay. There's that. And I'll post it here on the channel here in just a few moments. Grade the pick. A, B, C, D, or F. That does it for round one. We'll have our full reaction in just a few moments to the selection by the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll break it down in detail here in just a bit. Wow. So a good start to this draft for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes gets protection. You always got to have protection. And him and Moore together with Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey, Jawan Taylor. I have every reason to think that this is going to be the best Chiefs offensive line we have seen in years, my friends. Years, I tell you. I like the pick. I know it was tempting. To go with Johnson or Mike Green. Yeah, that's still fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'm exporting this. Josh Simmons. Yes. Josh Simmons, the pick by the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll have our full reaction here in just a few moments. Stay tuned for that. Josh Simmons to Kansas City. As we continue with our live coverage here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report, the pick coming in just a few moments ago. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, folks. Yeah, we can include that. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So I'm sharing this video right now, folks, and then we'll share our thoughts on the pick here in just a few moments. You can put it at the very beginning. Yeah. Okay. I almost got it all now. I'm finishing up distro. Grade the pick. A, B, C, D, or F. I give this an A. Here's something to think about too that I would tell the folks on this pick. How much have we talked about for years that because the Chiefs were picking at 31, 32, that they were missing out on the quality offensive lineman they were looking for? I understand Simmons has extensive injury history, but this is kind of what happens, the hand you're dealt when you pick this low. And if he had stayed healthy, he would be arguably the first offensive lineman taken in the draft. So that's something that I can take the chance on with this pick of being in this position where I think it's a gamble worth taking if you're the Kansas City Chiefs here, as far as that goes. So to me, I think it makes a ton of sense. A ton of sense, and we're not having to rely on Kingsley. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord we're not having to rely on Kingsley. Because I was worried about the idea of him starting at guard. I think you all were worried too. Don't lie. You know you were worried about the idea of Kingsley after what we saw last year. But now at least you have competition between Simmons and Kingsley potentially for that starting guard spot. Yeah, this is good. This is good, my friends. 2 more seconds and I'll be ready, Texter. All right. Okay. All right. Now I'm good to go. Cool. All right, let's break down the pick, our thoughts on Josh Simmons to the Kansas City Chiefs at 32nd overall. We'll get to that as we continue our live coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft right here in the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Instant reaction to the pick coming your way here in just a few moments. Tyler Jones, Big Tex here with you. Appreciate y'all being here. Some of you love the pick, some of you hate the pick. I like it. Let's react to it here on the Chiefs Report. You play the intro first, right? Cool. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's react to the pick. Josh Simmons, Kansas City. Let's share our thoughts right now here at the Chiefs Report. Somewhere, Patrick Mahomes is smiling as he gets some much-needed protection. You always got to have protection. The Kansas City Chiefs select Ohio State offensive lineman Josh Simmons with the 32nd overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. So let's kind of set the scene for you of how this happened here. The Eagles ended up trading up to 31. The Chiefs moved back to their rightful place of 32, where they should have been all along. And by moving down one spot, they picked up an extra fifth-round pick along the way. And the Chiefs did not, prior to tonight, have any picks in the 5th or 6th round. So they get the player they wanted to begin with at 31, And on top of that, they add an extra fifth-round pick to the equation as well. So very good work from Brett Veach. What was fascinating about this was this board was wild compared to what I think most of us expected tonight. Will Johnson, who many people thought was going to be a top 10 pick, he didn't go in the first round. Mike Green, who the consensus was would be a top 15 pick, he did not go in the first round. Those guys were still available, but Brett Veach sticks to the memo of the number one thing they needed to address, and that was the offensive line. And he got a hell of a player in Josh Simmons. And right away, I know people are going to point to the injuries that he's had. But here's what I would tell the folks out there. The Chiefs have an incredible medical staff. They've done their homework on Josh Simmons. And if they believe that he's fine, then I have every reason to trust them that he's going to be okay. Had Josh Simmons not suffered the injuries, he would have been probably a top 10 pick. Probably would have been the first offensive lineman taken in this draft. And the Chiefs have found themselves in this position the last few years because they picked so low, where they've missed out on some of the top offensive linemen that they've really needed. Now, you take a little bit of a chance, but I think the reward far outweighs the risk here with the player that you're getting. More on Josh Simmons, a very good athlete and mover with a quality frame and solid power. Limited his penalties year over year at Ohio State. That was something he improved on as he struggled with careless penalties earlier in his career when he was at San Diego State. Flashes of rawness paired with the knee injury from last season, that's got to be cleared. But overall, I think if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, you got to be feeling pretty good. And now you look at this offensive line situation. You sign Jalen Moore. You bring in Josh Simmons. You had a big need at the left tackle spot. You moved on from Joe Thuney. I think Simmons probably plays guard if he were to beat out Jalen Moore for the starting left tackle spot. Then you play Moore at guard. And you don't have to start Kingsley now, which I think we're all worried about. I think this is very good for the Kansas City Chiefs. How would you grade the pick? I know it was tempting with Will Johnson there and Mike Green there, but this is a smart pick. In Veach, we trust. Grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. Way in the comment section, let us know. We are doing draft coverage all weekend long here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Had a live show Thursday, back live again Friday. We're breaking down every single pick on the channel. If you love the Kansas City Chiefs, this is the channel for you. Subscribe now for free. Let's get at least 50 subs off today's video. We are all over it throughout the rest of the draft and the offseason right here on the channel. Subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Never miss a moment. Lock us in. Invite all your friends. Make sure they subscribe as well. Josh Simmons. I mean, this is one for me. It's so fascinating because it's the temptation that's there. For my biblical philosophers out there, we all know the story of the Garden of Eden when Eve ate the apple when she wasn't supposed to, and that's how sin entered the world. I think if you were Brett Veach, the apple that was sitting there was Will Johnson and Mike Green. And it may have been very tempting. But the number one thing holding the Kansas City Chiefs back from winning the Super Bowl in this 2025 through 2026 campaign is the offensive line. And Brett Veach, to his credit, did not take a bite out of the apple. He did what he needed to do, and this has been a problem since Eric Fisher left town a few years ago. You look at the numbers from Josh Simmons. His strength is pass blocking, which bodes well for the Kansas City Chiefs as much as they like to pass the football. He'll need to do some work in the run blocking department. 68.7 grade. Overall grade 74.5. Pass block rate of 82. Did not allow a single sack. Dane Brugler of The Athletic had this to say. Simmons is a nimble, coordinated pass protector with tremendous athletic poise and the body control to be a long-term starting left tackle in the NFL. His pro projection hinges on medical feedback. That's all it is. This is not a talent question mark with Josh Simmons. This is about can he stay healthy or not. We'll see. But the Kansas City Chiefs feel pretty optimistic that he will. Let's tell you about today's sponsor, and it is a new shaving company called House of Atlas. They gifted us one of their razors, and honestly, I'm kind of blown away. Not only does it look insanely sleek sitting in my bathroom, but it gives me an incredibly close shave. It feels weird to gush over a lineup of shaving products, but truly, House of Atlas makes one-of-a-kind stuff. Not to mention, their products are all designed to look like they should have their own tech reveal. Now, you look at the routine that they offer, from the razor, the shave cream, the aftershave. I mean, you're going to feel like a different man when you're using this, folks. I've been liking the shave cream, thick formula that shows me where I'm shaving and leave my skin baby bottom soft. Folks, you know me. I'm Native American. I can't grow much facial hair, but I still have to shave. I got to keep the baby face going, and it works out pretty well. Their aftershave is awesome, too. Doesn't burn like old school aftershave, but it does have a nice cooling sensation and smells really good. And now, for a limited time, they're offering 15% off your first order when you purchase any razor kit in the before and after set, which includes the Precision Shave Cream and Calming Aftershave. Use code CHAT at houseofatlas.com. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code CHAT for 15% off your new razor kit and before and after set. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you'll love it as much as I did. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. So the picks leading into this, I was surprised at how this draft ended up shaking out. The Giants going with Jackson Dart at 25, trading back in. James Pierce at 26. Malachi Starks at 27. Williams, the Lions at 28. Just to name a few. And there was some others. You had Maxwell Harrison going to Buffalo at 30. And then Jahad Campbell going 31 to Philadelphia with their selection. If you're Brett Veach, I think looking back on tonight, you're saying to yourself, this went pretty well for us. Because you're out of control, right? You're sitting there at 31 and eventually to 32, and you're at the mercy of everybody else. And for this to play out this way, where nobody got the Simmons before you, you added a fifth-round pick in the process, I think Brett Veach is feeling pretty good about his situation. And now he's still has 8 more picks to go for the rest of the weekend as well. You look at the offensive line. Here's how things stacked up going into Thursday night. Kingsley was on track to be the starting left guard. Now you have some real competition. Jalen Moore at the left tackle spot. Creed, Trey, and Jawan. Even with the loss of an all-pro in Joe Tooney, we have every reason to think that this offensive line is going to be much improved. And here's another idea, too. You got depth now. Mike Caliendo, he held his own last year up until the Super Bowl. He's a backup option. Kingsley, likely a backup option. Wanya Morris is still hanging around here. I'm very, very optimistic, and Patrick Mahomes has got to be pretty happy about it. The only thing that we saw testing for Josh Simmons on was his bench, 33. He's a strong dude. I mean, that's a lot of bench work. If I'm benching 33, yeah, I'm probably not running sprints or doing jumps or agility testing either. He made a statement. Yeah, I'm swole. I'm thick. That's what he did with his testing. And now the Chiefs, the rest of the weekend, they can have fun with this now. The rest of the weekend for the Kansas City Chiefs, hey, let's go find a receiver, maybe a corner, maybe an edge. But what seemed impossible going into the offseason for the Kansas City Chiefs, with the cap situation and the guys that were headed to free agency, like Trey Smith and Nick Bolton and all that, it seemed very hard that this team was going to be as good as they were a year ago. And it wasn't good enough last year to win the Super Bowl. Now we sit here, and I can confidently say, after this selection and the other things that have happened this offseason, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be a better team in 2025 through 26 than they were last year. And I have every reason to think, every thought in my mind, this is the team to beat. The Super Bowl runs through Kansas City. Who do you want the Chiefs to draft next? If you had to give me one player, who would it be and why? Way in that comment section, let us know who you'd like to see the Chiefs end up with their next pick. Josh Simmons, I like to pick. We'll see how the medicals shake out, but all in all, Brett Veach. And Veach we trust. Veach does it again. For continuing coverage throughout the rest of the NFL Draft, subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. All right. Did we get to that last super chat that came in? Yeah. All right, folks, what do we think? Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons to Kansas City with the pick. I like it. Shark Boy goes A+. Paul goes A+. Tony loves it. I knew Tony would love it. Tony said he was going to be happy with any pick, though. So, that's good. That's good. All right, folks. We'll catch up on Super Chats, and then we'll get out of here in just a moment. There we go. Fuzzy Crispy, the $2 Super Chat, said, me. Hi. Good to see you here. We'll go to the Super Chat menu one more time. If we get a Super Chat of any amount over the next minute, we can stay live for a bit. If not, we'll sign off and call it a night. We got more coverage tonight. We'll do grades coming up in just a bit. Tomorrow, we'll do updated draft targets. Then we'll be live again tomorrow night for all of the second and third round right here on the Chiefs Report. First time Super Chatters get the KC chant. $5 will do beer cheers. $10 take some shots. $20 spin the wheel of punishment. $50 will do a beer bong. Let's see if you guys want to keep the show going. Super Chat of any amount, we can keep the show going. If not, we'll sign off and get out of here. Icon's asking how do you feel about the pick. I feel pretty good. It's twofold, right? You got a talented player. I know there's some medical concerns, but the Chiefs have, with Rick Burkholder, one of the best team doctors in the entire league. If they feel like that he checks off, then I'm pretty confident. I have every reason to trust them that I feel pretty good about that. All right. Let's tell you about our sponsor, Game Time. Game Time is the place to go for the best seats, the lowest prices guaranteed. And here's the thing. I went to an Oklahoma City Thunder game recently. Got to take the whole family. And we save big on Game Time with last-minute tickets. It's the easiest way to get tickets on a short notice. And if you do the low prices enabled feature, you can invest more in buying food, drinks, merchandise, and more easily get a larger group to come with you. Maybe you can't go to an NBA playoff game. Maybe you want to go see the Royals or Sporting KC or the KC Current, whatever it may be. They got you covered, folks. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Chiefs Report. Their last-minute deals can save you up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater productions, and more. Game Time Picks makes last-minute ticket buying easier than ever by quickly highlighting the best deals in the stadium. They have their zone deals where you can save more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. They're all in pricing. Toggling this feature shows the total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Their seat views give you a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price is guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Game Time, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs report. All right, folks, a lot of fun tonight. We'll sign off. More to come in just a bit. We'll have grades. And then tomorrow we'll be live again. And we'll have continuing draft coverage all weekend long, so stay tuned for that. For Big Tex, I'm Tyler Jones. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow here on the Chiefs Report.